Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of We're at War. I know it's a big surprise, but I am still playing some Elder Scrolls Online. I just can't get enough of the PvP pretty much. I've stopped playing the PvE section as not to ruin it for when the game goes live, which is in April. I know it's not really a big concern since I'm going to probably play Daggerfall when the game launches, and I'm playing Evenheart right now, so the quest areas are totally different, so I really wouldn't be ruining anything. I just don't want to get burned out on the game. One of the questions I usually see in the YouTube comments, which I can't comment to by the way, just because of the way the Google Plus integration is, it doesn't like my account. But the question usually is, what is this add-on I'm using? It's called Foundry Tactical Combat. I'll put a link to it in the video description, or you can just Google that. It's pretty nice. I like having all the indicators and stuff like that. I was not a fan of the original system. I know it's uncluttered and a very minimal UI, but I need some information when I'm playing PvP. Another question I was asked was, what is the deal with my level? Every video I'm level 10 in. Well, you do get experience points from PvP as you see going across the screen. It's just not a lot. And leveling in Elder Scrolls I found is no joke. It took me some time just to get to level 10 so I could come into Cyrodiil. And that was me not playing casual. I was really trying to get there as quick as possible. And it took a good amount of time. I can't imagine how long it was going to take me to get to 50. But thankfully I don't have to miss out on this part of the game since they have a bolster system, which increases my stats, to something closer to a 50, so I can still play the part of the game I enjoy the most. So as you can see here, we're trying to siege a keep, but there's some Aldmeri Dominion resistance. So you may be wondering about the title. I hate AD. That would mean I hate Aldmeri Dominion, and it's very true. I've only been playing on the PTS for a short time, but in that time I've grown to detest the Aldmeri Dominion. Every fight I have is against them. There's a bit of a non-formal alliance between us and Daggerfall Covenant to go against the Aldmeri Dominion. They seem to have the most players and the most veteran level players. They just tend to dominate the map, so we band together and try not to attack each other and just attack them. It works out sometimes. Sometimes there are accidents, as we love to fight. That's why I play the game, and if there's an enemy around, sometimes the alliance takes a back seat. But we generally don't go after each other's keeps. But having every fight against the Aldmeri Dominion just really gets my faction pride going here, and that I couldn't play them even if I wanted to. Let's just put aside the fact that I've been fighting against them the last few weeks pretty much constantly. There's the races that make up the Aldmeri Dominion. You got two kinds of elves and a cat race. I'm sorry, but I'm not a big elf person. I'm much more of a dwarf guy. If you've ever seen the blog, it's usually dwarf from Warhammer Online. Problem is, all the dwarves are dead in Elder Scrolls, so I can't be one of them. Alright, so what's going on in the video right now is we switched to a different time and where we were actually defending a keep, and we pushed them back, and now we have to repair some of the walls. You can buy repair kits from the vendor inside the keep, and you can only repair walls and doors that haven't been in combat in some amount of time. So you can't repair them while they're being attacked. So you gotta push back the enemy and then repair as quick as possible. So as you can see from the map, the Aldmeri Dominion is doing pretty well as usual. And I just leveled up to a level 11. I tend to hoard my skill points as I'm afraid to spend them in case I figure out something I want to do with them later. I know it puts me at a disadvantage, but I'd rather have that flexibility, especially in a game where I'm still not 100% sure what's going on. There's a lot of depth in the system, so I'd rather not make a mistake. And we're doing another keep defense here. As you can see, the Aldmeri Dominion has a pretty big force out there. Someone got some oil out. Looks like the guy next to me is a Templar as well. So you just saw a pull. So if you ever played Warhammer Online, there was a Marauder class that could pull enemies towards them. I don't know which class has that ability in Elder Scrolls, but it's there, so you have to be really careful. And it definitely works on different levels, as you just saw. So it's not just, you can pull people off the top of keeps. And I don't know if I show it, but later on I do get pulled and killed. And since the keep was under attack, I had to run all the way back. Looks like he's putting out a second oil. And here I'm using the oil. The oil's pretty simple to use, you kind of just aim it and dump it. I do like the graphics though. It's pretty neat that they show you when they're ready to fire again by the fire being in the bowl. You can see all the damage from it. I don't want to take the guy who set it up spot, so that's why I'm kind of backing away from it. I also don't want to get pulled down to the bottom by whatever that guy was. I don't know, I don't find pulls being fun at all. They weren't fun in Warhammer, especially when you can get CC'd immediately after you're pulled. So you get pulled, then knocked down or rooted, you're pretty much dead. Getting some nice kills here. Yep, and I got pulled. And I'm dead. So yeah, that was fun. It was good up until that point. And this is actually a different battle. What a surprise, the Aldmeri Dominion once again pushing our keeps. As you can see there, they're pushing the ram from the outer door to the inner door, which I still think is pretty awesome. There's only a couple of us at this keep defending it. Our morale was broken by a loss to the greater numbers of the Aldmeri Dominion, and people just kind of left, which is a real shame. This actually turned out to be a pretty long fight, even though there was only a couple of us defending. We managed to destroy the ram, and I guess they did not have another one, so they had to run back and go get another ram while we kind of had a skirmish. So I was able to get some kills, get some alliance points, get some experience. So even though we end up losing the keep, I don't think it was a big deal. Lived to fight another day. I snuck out the back when they came in, so they didn't get my alliance points. I'm having a little trouble getting targeting working right when I'm on this ledge. See, a lot of my shots do not score any damage. I guess I have to get closer to the edge. It just takes some getting used to. As I don't want to get pulled again, I'm definitely being more cautious and not just standing out in the same spot. I got a feeling one of these guys is trying to line me up. Okay, well that about covers it for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.